Hey, it's great to see you. I'm going to be doing a review, but this one is way different than the last one that I did. I received a lot of negative comments from my viewers, and rightly so. That review was all scripted, it sounded scripted, it sounded like an infomercial, and this is not what this is going to be. This is going to be a true review of a product that I would like for you to check out. And as always, let's ride. Ever wonder how to turn your motorcycle into a rolling neon sign? Meet the Nilight Motorcycle LED Light Kit, the ultimate way to ensure that everyone within a 10-mile radius notices you. Let's dive into the details, the pros, the cons, and why this might be your bike's new best friend. Let's find out what's in the box. Here's what you get. 8 LED strips. You have 2 13 inches, 4 9-inch strips, and 2 5-inch strips. You also get a control box. You have a remote control. You have sticky adhesive tape for the control box that goes to your bike. And then you have the connectors that will attach to the wires here. You have a fuse, and you have an extra fuse provided. And you have additional wiring to lengthen the kit itself. You also get a set of instructions, and I'll say good luck with that because there's not much to it. I initially got this kit for my Harley Davidson 883 Sportster motorcycle, but I changed my mind and I decided to put it on my Harley Davidson freewheeler trike motorcycle. So I had to purchase extensions, and here's what I got. I have a 2-in-1 extension. I don't know if you can see that. I'll show you right there. Also, I have 3 of these. 2-in-1 extension, and I also have these regular extensions that will extend the length of the kit itself, so that way I don't have to stretch it or possibly not be able to put it where I want to on the motorcycle. And this gives me a lot more flexibility of where I can put the LED strips. So this is how long this is right here, and I have 4 of these, as you can see. So with that, I'm going to install this on my Harley Davidson freewheeler, and I'll take you through that process, see what we have. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to be able to figure out where I'm going to put the LED strips. What I'm going to do is use low adhesive tape and mark the areas where I believe the light should go, and then I'll look around, and make sure that everything's lined up. Keep in mind, you only have 4 strip lights per side, so you want to mimic the same thing on the other side of the bike. I've already selected the areas where I'm going to put my LED light strips, and one is going to be in the wheel well of the rear fenders here. The other one's going to be underneath the heat shield right there. The other one's going to be underneath the tank going down towards the engine. And then the other one, I'm thinking of putting it back here behind this cover, shining back this way. So let's see what that looks like. If not, if I can't do the wheel well, I'm thinking the alternate placement for that one would be underneath the frame, pointing down towards the ground. So that's my other option. So that way I keep all the lights localized in one area rather than spreading it out throughout the bike. But we'll see. So what I'm going to do now is remove the back seat. First, I'm going to loosen the tank so I can run the wires underneath. Next, I'm going to take out the battery cover and get it out of the way and figure out where I'm going to hook up my cables. As you can see, I have the positive and then the negative hooked up right here, and that's for another accessory that I have. So I'm just going to peel that back, undo that screw, undo this screw here, and hook up my negative and my positive right there. And then we'll just sit the controller somewhere in here. We'll have to see, we'll have to clean that out in order to put the controller in there. And we'll just work it up and run the cables underneath the tank all the way from the front light, underneath light, and this light under here. I jacked up the rear end to get the tire off the ground. Now I'm going to remove the tire to have access to that wheel well. So now I have access to the underside of this wheel well, and I think I can put the wires through here and secure them properly. I sure could. And here's what it looks like underneath, right? We'll see what we can do. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is, we're underneath the wheel well right now, is I'll attach the light. I have to clean this out, but I'll put the light right here and run the wires through here and zip tie them through this existing wire, and then run it through this hole and then run it out to the back. to where the battery is, or the underneath the seat. See, I want to put the light closer to this edge here rather than the middle, because the middle is going to shine straight down into the tire. I want it more like on the edge, so it'll shine on the outside of the tire and make it look nice. So I'll clean this up real good, and then I'll go over it with alcohol to get any residue out of there. I'm going to use mineral spirits with a shop towel to clean underneath the wheel well. So I washed it. I'm coming back with the mineral spirits to clean out any residue. Make sure I have a good clean surface for the adhesive tape to catch to or attach to. Once I finish this, then I'll go ahead and use a clean rag to wipe off the excess. I'm using my own 3M adhesive just to add more to the process here, because I don't trust the adhesive on the lights. Now I'm going to put the wire end closest to this spot here, because it'll marry up with this wire here, and we'll see where we go from there. That adhesive along with the adhesive from the lights should be enough to keep it in place. So this is the wire end, and it's going to go closest to this side here because that's where the wire is. So I'll peel this back to expose the adhesive like that and attach it to the adhesive I already put in place, making sure that it adheres to the fender. And that should give me a good light. We'll see. Oh yeah. And I'll just zip tie this to this here, and we should be good to go. That way it does not interfere with the tire. So I allow that time to dry, and now to stick the tape on it. Want to apply pressure to make sure it adheres to the metal. Get the light, make sure the wire is on this end here, because that's where it's going to attach to these wires here. Well, zip tied to those wires in here. Remove the protective coating. I'm going to start from this end where the wire is and work my way back to here. And see, and this is flexible enough that it curves around the fender. Very good. Make sure you press on it so it adheres to the other tape. So now I got two double-sided tape adhering to each other in the fender. Very, very good. And I want to put this end, female end here, through this hole, this access hole, so I can attach it to the wires running underneath the seat. I'm going to get me some zip ties and secure this. I have prepped the LED strips by adding another strip of 3M tape. That way, I feel more comfortable applying it to the actual bike, and it will be more secure that way. I believe anyway. Can never go wrong with more tape, right? I can just peel this off. There you go. Now I'm going to attach it like this with the wire, and then I'm going to run it through a hole that goes underneath here on the frame, and it comes out this way, and it will attach to everything that I'm going to put up here. It's going to light up that area real nice. This one is going to go underneath the tank, and on this side of the tank there's a groove right here. That's where I'm going to put it, and I'm going to put the wire leading out towards the harness that's going to sit right underneath the seat there. So let me find my groove first. That way I can line it up. And I had cleaned and prepped this whole area beforehand, so it should be good to go. Let me see. And this wire can feed right through here with no problem. And that's not gonna be a problem at all. See, another wire there. Sweet. And this was the 9-inch. I put the 13-inch on the fender, and I'm gonna put the 4-inch right back here. And as you can see, that's gonna look nice. So I'm putting this 5-inch LED strip directly behind this cover here. Make sure that the wire is pointing towards the handlebars, so it'll run along the gas tank here. If you have it down here, you're gonna have to run it up and so forth, and I don't want to do all that. So here we go. Make sure there's nothing in between the the cover in the light strip. And if I don't like that position, I can always move it. I have more 3M tape that I can use. So you ask, how am I going to extend this short wire all the way to the back? Well, I got these extensions and I'm just gonna plug them in, make sure they go in the right way, clip, and then this is gonna run through the tank, well, underneath the tank and all the way back here. And as you can see now, it's long enough, right? And that's why I needed that extension for. So what I'm going to do now is splice the wires here and attach it to the connectors. As I was saying earlier, I went ahead and ran all the wires underneath the tank, zip tied them here together. I went ahead and attached them to the harness here, and the next step is to attach the harness to the control box, which is right here. And then I will attach these two to the positive and negative of the battery cable. So what I'm going to do now is loosen the bolt here. What I'm going to do now is clean up this wire harness and tighten it down, make sure it's looking good. So as you can see, I finished installing the lights. I tightened up the harness, I put the seat with the backrest on, and now it's time to see if it all works. And there it is. Going through the different colors. Nice. I like that green one though. That green one looks badass. Now you can make them flash. You can also make them glow or fade in, fade out. So working the lights is real simple. You have your remote right here, down on the cover, hit D, it turns it on. You hit A, it changes colors. You hit the B right there, it'll flash. And then when you hit C right here, it will fade in and out. And you can still change the colors as it's fading in and out or flashing. And to turn it off, you hit the letter D. That's to turn on and turn off. Well, let's talk about the good stuff, the pros. Number one, multicolor madness. With 15 static colors and 7 flashy modes, your bike can look like a rave on wheels. Fading, jumping, flashing, this kit has it all. Is it over the top? Absolutely. But isn't that the point? Number two, weather wizardry. These lights can handle rain, puddles, and maybe a small hurricane. Means you'll be glowing no matter the weather. Number three, remote coolness. The 4-key remote allows you to control brightness, speed, and colors. It even has a slide cover to protect it from you accidentally turning it on while you're reaching for your snacks and possibly blinding someone. Numero cuatro, easy installation. The strips are flexible, bendable, and come with adhesive tape. It's plug and play, easy if you know what you're doing. And if you don't, well, that's why we have YouTube. Number five, affordable bling. For around 30-ish some odd dollars, you get a light show that rivals Christmas at Rockefeller Center. The not so good stuff, the cons. Number one con, remote limitations. The range is about 32.8 feet, which is not far at all. That means you have to be pretty close to your bike in order to set the remote. Number two, sticky tape drama. Adhesive tape works until they don't. After a few bumpy rides, you may find the LED stripes clinging to your jeans instead of your bike. Number three, instruction manual. This right here, junk, throw it away, because it really doesn't explain anything, how to install it and all that. It has a very basic diagram of cables going to the battery and then the cables themselves, but that's it. I suggest going to a YouTube video like this one and watching it to figure out the installation process. Number 4, and this is a personal gripe of mine, the LED strips have enough LED lights to make it work. However, I would like the lights, the LED lights, to be a lot closer together to give you one continuous light, or make it look that way, instead of having, you know, about 3 LED lights per 2 inches of space. That's just a personal gripe. I like the more continuous lights all the way along the strip, but for the money that you get, it's not too bad. Who are these lights for? The show off. If you love attention, these lights are for you. The DIY daredevil. Enjoying wrestling with wires and lack of instructions? Have at it. The rain rider. These are made for people who laugh in the face of bad weather. Who should avoid these lights? Minimalist. If you think that a bike should be, well, just a bike, run away. Tech phobes. If you break into a sweat trying to connect to Wi-Fi, this is not for you. The final verdict, the Nilight 8-piece motorcycle RGB LED Light Kit. Well, that's a mouthful. It's a fun, flashy way to add personality to your bike. Sure, the adhesive may quit on you, and the instructions look like they were translated by a robot with a grudge, but hey, it's all part of the adventure. For $30-ish, this kit delivers brightness, waterproofing, and enough colors to make a unicorn jealous. My rating, I gave it 4 out of 5 stars because of the price is excellent. The installation is pretty easy. However, I did deduct a star for the lack of instructions and enough wiring to drive me crazy. If you enjoy videos like this, smash that like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you'll see our next videos. Also, watch this next video and I'll see you there.